So, Anton, at what moment did you discover that you had to become a musician?
Well, it's not really that I had a fixed moment that I had to do that I decided to do music, but it just went that way. I was first studying at the university, and then at a certain moment I decided to also do the School of Music in The Hague, and then after, when I finished my university, I continued with the School of Music, and I liked it so much that I decided to dedicate me to that kind of life, and just went that way. So it's not really a specific moment.
Mm-hmm. But did you play in a town band growing up?
Yeah, when I was 8 or 9 years old, I started playing trombone. My brother was playing trumpet, so I kind of liked the idea. And well, I think at my 10th or 11th year, I joined a fanfare in it's like a brass band.
Mm-hmm.
And since that time on, I did many other things also, like students symphony wind bands, and a normal wind band, and lots of different things. But I started quite young, actually.
Yeah. And this had a big influence on you, playing in this town band. It seems everybody starts out playing music that way, and that's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what would you say has been your most memorable musical experience?
Well, of course there are more than just one, but
yes,
the things I remember very closely are the first few times when I went on tour with the symphony orchestra, like a youth symphony orchestra, and going to Spain or Italy and doing a very nice symphonic program with like the Wojciech Cello Concerto and Elgar, and that's some very precious moments there. But also more recently, I went on tour with my own ensemble to New York, and we did a dance program with a dance company from New York, which was very nice. So that those moments are also in the top 5, I think of.
And what's the name of your the ensemble you play?
It's Ensemble Klang.
Okay.
It's a Dutch ensemble. We just founded it 8 years ago, and as we speak, they're in New York also. So
yeah.
I'm not there at the moment.
And it deals with contemporary music.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think music organizations can do better to grow and cultivate an audience?
I think it's a tricky question to answer in a one-dimensional way. But for my ensemble, I can of course answer it more practically. I think it's one of the big challenges nowadays is to develop a more caring relationship with an audience, not just playing and taking off, but I think the whole relation management with an audience and involving an audience more closely in performances, and also nurturing of the relationship also in the year, with newsletters and information, and make some special trajectories for people to to be able to be there with the CD launch party, or have some kind of a friends kind of thing, like lots of orchestras have their friends and a special status. So I think for the ensemble, those are kind of things we need to develop even more also.
And do you think allowing an audience to have a more personal connection with musicians would help out a little bit, especially with a small ensemble?
Well, first there's the idea about what the goal of such a thing would be. I think if it's about getting a bigger audience, or I don't know if that's a strong relationship. I think in general it's more important to have like a fixed group of people, of people who like you and follow you, and I think that's good to involve those people more in the ensemble, like making them a caring relationship with those people. But for getting a bigger audience, I don't know. It could help, but we did not really discover it as yet. So.
And what is something you would like to change about the business of music?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I don't really.
Maybe there's something that you see, like when you play in an orchestra. Maybe you see something that could be improved on that the orchestra does.
Yeah.
Could be just from how rehearsals are scheduled, how they're done, or also kind of like with an audience, how to grow and reach out to more of an audience.
Yeah. Well, I think they do a lot nowadays. Even orchestras are also working on that, on the subject, and I think it's quite kind of good how it already goes. And I also think it's a big organization, of course, orchestra, and I don't know if there's an ideal type of organization which functions in 100% way. I think there's always a lack of some things in the orchestra because you're with a big group of people. And for me personally, there are always little things, which could improve, like some scheduling, which is for me personally, for the trombones, it's more practical, so you have to be there less often, or some group rehearsals being spent more efficient. Those kind of things could be better, or also the monitoring of some quality management actually, for maintaining the highest possible level of playing.
Okay.
But I think inherently in an organization there will always be some flaws and some.
Yes, of course.
So that's.
Well, if you could choose one night to play your dream concert with your dream orchestra, your dream solo, or dream chamber ensemble, anything, what would it be?
It will involve my own ensemble, so it will be ensemble playing. And we have an ensemble of six persons, so it's. You have some soloist aspects also in that.
And what instruments are in this?
It's
ensemble?
2 saxophones, trombone, percussion, piano, and guitar. So it's like half electronic, half acoustic. It can be quite band-like because, you have like a rhythm section and a wind section, but it can be also more avant-garde or experimental. So it's very versatile combination of instruments. But I think I would love to play outside of the concert hall, more in a. There's still it's like concert, but like the Paradiso in Amsterdam, or which is a great venue also with the lightning, or such a venue would be great actually. I would like that, and I have an amazing program to play such a thing. But we're already doing such things, so it's just want to do it more often and better, and just streamlining the process.